Today, I will teach you how to SSD scoop.
Uh-oh. He's alive? Scary.
Yeah. Wow. What a robbery.
SSD scoop lets you take stocks at any percent and really brings out the cheese factor in Mii Swordfighter that the character desperately needs. Thankfully, it's not super hard. The first part in setting it up is getting this situation where you are turned around at ledge. Once you are here, you will then jump backwards and up B into the ledge. Make sure you hold down so that the hitbox lasts longer, but not to hold down for too long so that you don't miss the ledge. From here, you will then hold away from ledge, jump, and then up B back into the ledge to reset the situation. You can only grab the ledge 5 times in a row in Ultimate before needing to reset your ledge hangs. Make sure to keep this in mind when you're going for SSD scoop. You need to keep a mental count in your head for how many times you've grabbed the ledge. If you go for a 6 SSD scoop, you won't grab the ledge and will just fall right past it. If a character can survive more than 5 SSD scoops, what you'll have to do is do a neutral getup and then go back into the SSD scoop. Ooh, indeed. Now here's some examples of how I set up SSD scoop on my opponents, as it's not as simple as just running off and up being. You have to set up the situation first of your opponent having to recover low. Mii Swordfighter has some pretty strong tools to do this, as Nair and dash attack both send out at a pretty nasty angle, and Chakram and Shuriken are both great at catching out jumps and high recovery. This cuts off all opportunities of the opponent going high and puts them directly into the SSD scoop range. If you aren't turned around facing the stage when you go out for your SSD scoop, you'll most likely B-reverse, which will give you too much momentum and you will probably miss the ledge doing this. Make sure to either set up a RAR instant aerial rush when you do this, or to just be turned around when you go for the up B. One last example about SSD scoop that I don't think I've touched on before is using an aerial to try and cover high and then up being just back to ledge. This is something that my friend mentioned to me and I think is really broken. The quick aerial being Nair or Bear really cuts off a high recovery, but then you also just up B back into ledge if they went low. Anyways, make sure to like and subscribe, check out my coaching in the description below, and SSD scoop your way to victory.
Game.